नमस्कार, ये आकाशवाणी का ईटानगर केंद्र है। आप सभी का स्वागत है वर्ल्ड माइग्रेटरी बर्ड डे 2024 पर आधारित इस विशेष कार्यक्रम में। और बातचीत के लिए हमारे साथ हैं डॉक्टर डैनियल मिजे जी, हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट जूलॉजी, राजीव गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी, रोनो हिल्स, दोईमुख। सर, आपका बेहद स्वागत आज के कार्यक्रम में। तो सर, आज है वर्ल्ड माइग्रेटरी बर्ड डे 2024 थीम के साथ कि प्रोटेक्ट इंसेक्ट्स, प्रोटेक्ट बर्ड्स। तो सबसे पहले हमारे श्रोताओं को आप बताएं कि ये दिन क्यों मनाया जाता है और बर्ड्स का जो माइग्रेशन होता है वो एक्चुअली होता क्या है।
So first of all, I want to wish World Migratory Bird Day to all of the listeners. So bird is one of the wonderful organisms of the world. So in one of the characters is in bird that birds normally they are not stationary, they continuously move. So there are 4 different types of movement in the birds. First is foraging movement, second is nomadic movement, then dispersal movement, then another is migration. So migration is one of the wonderful characters of the birds, which you may find other animals, but you will not find in the extremes the bird used to move like the migrations of the birds. So here when we say what is migrations, so migration is to and fro seasonal and annual movements of birds between breeding and non-breeding grounds. So normally the movement is occur between north and southern hemisphere. So latitudinal movements normally it's happen in this bird migration. So this World Migratory Bird Day is celebrated just to make the people aware of the migrations of bird and as well as threats to the bird in migratory species. So this World Migratory Bird Day is celebrated all over the world on 11th of May. So this year the themes for the celebration is protect insects, protect birds.
जी सर, हम थीम के ऊपर और डिटेल में जाएंगे थोड़ी बाद में। तो सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं कि आपने जैसे माइग्रेशन के बर्ड्स के माइग्रेशन के बारे में बताया। तो फ्लाईवेज जो होते हैं 3 तरह के होते हैं, देखने को आता है वो क्या क्या से है, और भारत के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, इंडिया के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में और अरुणाचल के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कौन से साइड में, कौन से कैटेगरी में आता है ये माइग्रेटरी बर्ड्स का जो है कैटेगरी।
So this flyways is some kind of highways or super highways for the movement of the birds between breeding and non-breeding grounds. So in 2006, one paper was published by Bore and Strout. So in that they declare 9 types of flyways, and later on one group, East Asia Australasia Flyway Partnerships, they added another flyways. So now total there is 9 flyways all over the world through which the bird movement is there. So first one is Pacific America's flyway, so which is occurring between Canada, then southern part of America like Argentina, and through the eastern coast of Pacific Oceans. Then another is Central America's flyway, which will start, then it will pass through the middle of America, then it will the bird will winter in the northern part of South America. So that is Central America flyway. Then another is Atlantic America's flyway, which is occurring at the eastern coast of North and South America, or western coast of Atlantic Ocean. So which is occurring between, the moment is occurring between northern islands, Greenland, then northern part of Canada, and South Americans like Argentina and all that areas. So next is then another is East Atlantic flyway, which is where the maximum numbers of migratory bird you will find. So that is occurring between Norway, Finland, then Denmark, then Germany, then from the northern part of South Africa and up to some in southern part of Africa. This is occurring. Then another is Black Sea Mediterranean flyways, which is occurring in southern part of Russia, then over the Mediterranean Sea and the northern part of Africa. This is Black Sea Mediterranean flyways. Then next is West Asia, East Africa. So which will start from Russia, then it will occur, then the migratory bird will move up to northern part of Africa and central part of Africa like that. This is West Asia, East Africa, Plywest. So then there is Central Asia Plywest. So Central Asia Plywest will start from area from Russia, Siberia area, then up to India, Himalayan regions, then part of India, Indian subcontinent, let me say, like Pakistan, Afghanistan, then other parts of Bangladesh, winter in Indian subcontinents. So that is Central Asia Plywest. Then another is East Asia, Australasia Plywest. So which will again start from Russia, then it will through North Korea side, then it will move to Australia side, then it will move back like that. The circle is like this. So that is East Asia, Australasia Plywest. So it will occur up to New Zealand also, the bird winter up to New Zealand also. Then another newly added word is Central Pacific Plywest, which will occur between through the Pacific Ocean between America and the Japan, eastern part of Japan. So this is another Plywest. So when we say that in which the Indians, the migratory or species or the wintering species in India move through in which part of the Plywest. So most of the birds use the Central Asia Plywest in case of India. And our country, then China and some western part of China, then Afghanistan and all this come under Central Pacific Plywest.
अच्छा सर, जो मैंने कहा कि 3 कैटेगरी से होते हैं फ्लाईवेज इस माइग्रेटरी बर्ड के, आपने बताया कि 3 नहीं 9 है, 3 से भी ज़्यादा 9 है दुनिया भर में अगर गिना जाए तो.
3 category means you can club this different numbers, 9 numbers into 3 groups. That is American Plywest, Pacific American Plywest, then another is Asia, Eurasia Asian Plywest, then Asians, Australasian Plywest. So that's why we can group this into 3 groups.
सर फिर इस तरह के जब फ्लाईवेज होते हैं तो आपने जैसे बताया कि इंडिया जो सेंट्रल एशिया जो फ्लाईवेज है इसके अंदर आता है, जो माइग्रेटरी बर्ड्स का जो कैटेगरी है, तो कौन कौन से बर्ड्स होते हैं जो इसके अंदर आते हैं?
So there are around more than 2,200 species which is migratory species, and out of that maximum is water birds. So through these which bird, Central Asia Plywest, through this which bird moves and which bird use these, then let me say all the birds which winter in India or Indian subcontinent, so use this Central Asia Plywest. So let me give you some examples like mallard. So most of the duck like red-tailed ducks. Then now one of the very popular winter guests of Arunachal is black-necked cranes is there. Then guardwell is there. Then this grey-legged goose is there. Then many more species are moving through this. So now another bird, Amul pelcon. So it may not be exactly moving through the Central Asia Plywest, but it fly through this, so we can include that also, Amul pelcon also through this Plywest. But anyway, this is not exactly crisscross the Central Asian Plywest. So these are some examples.
अच्छा, तो हमारे भारत में ज़्यादातर करके वाटर बर्ड्स ही आते हैं माइग्रेशन करके. सर इसी के साथ ही अब चलते हैं जो बर्ड का जो एनवायरनमेंट है या इकोलॉजी से संबंध है कि कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है बर्ड का होना.
So bird is very important for ecology, ecosystem as well as for human welfare also. So like when we talk about importance of bird, we can divide this into broad 2 categories. One is, let me say, conjunctive values is there. Another is non-conjunctive values. So conjunctive values is that value, in order to get that value, we have to extract the bird. So that value come under conjunctive values. And the values which we are getting indirectly from the birds, so for which we don't need to extract the birds, physically extract the birds. So in conjunctive values, so bird can be used as a food, particularly in olden days and still in rural areas. Mm-hmm. So it can be used as a nutritional items where we can get the protein, nutrients and fats from this bird. Then another is socio-cultural values is there. So in many of the culture and traditions in Arunachal Pradesh, we use feathers of the bird to decorate our headgears or use in our put on in our heads for dancing and all. I mean traditional dance and all. So that is another consumptive values. Then another is commercial values is there. So where we have to extract the bird. So commercial value, you can sell this as a pets in the markets, and you can, after domestication, then after training, you can sell this as a pets in the market. So for that you have to extract the birds. So then non-conjunctive values. In conjunctive values, so this year theme is that protect insects to protect the birds. So one of the non-conjunctive values of the bird is controlling of the pest. Pest mean normally when we talk about it, it is mostly insects. So in order to control that, bird is very very important, and bird is playing a very important role. So for us, insect is vermins, very destructive to our crops and other food items. So, but for the birds, these insects is food. So that's why in order to protect our crops, in order to protect our fruits and other food items, so what we do is we use pesticides and many other medicines to control the pest. So when that we use pests and pesticide, then that pest and pesticide will accumulate in the ecosystems. So then it may enter into the food chains of the birds through the insects and all, because sometimes what happens is that insects become resistant to this kind of pesticide also, and then if that is consumed by the bird, that pesticide will enter into the bird. Ultimately, if that is consumed by the human being, that may ultimately end in the human also sometimes. So that is it control the insects, and we don't need to use pesticide to control by our own, because if we use pesticide, it may either kill the insects, or that means you will making a situation where the scarcity of insect will be there, which is a food for the birds. And if the insect is resistant to the pesticide, then it will enter into the bird food chains, and it may cause damage in the bird also. So, and again from the birds it may enter into human food chain, so it may cause damage to the human being also. Then that's why there is a very very big feeding gill is there in the birds, which we call as insectivorous. So they all depend on insects just to survive. So insect is food for them. That's why protect insect, it does not mean that we should allow the insects to damage our food, but control means that allow the bird to control the insect, so that pesticide, when we spray it, it may not turn into the human food chain also. Like if you spray for the pesticides on the crops, so surely the insect will die, but it may enter into the food crop also. So when you take the food crops, it will. So in this way, protect the insect means don't kill the insects, and bird will control the insects. It will never happen that crop will be destroyed by the insects. So controlling agent is there, birds is there. So protect the insects, so just to protect the birds. So this is the theme of this year. Then some other value is recreational value is there, educational value is there. Education means when you go and see the bird in a zoo and all, it's a kind of recreational values. Then educational values is there. So there is many poems, then many books on the bird. So all that's come under educational values. So some people do research on this also. Then how ecosystem process and function is happening. So all that's are educational value, because bird is also very important. Then scientific value is there. Then ecotourism value is there. Then one of the important is the ecological values. Ecological services provided to human being is, or to the ecosystem, is very very important. So let me give you a brief idea of this, the ecological values or ecological services provided by the birds. So number one, it control the pest, I said. Then number two, it control the vermins, like rodents and all are not good for our crops, so not good for our household items also. So that will be controlled by the birds. So like hawk, falcons and all, they feed on the dens. they can control the populations of snakes also. Then another important is that it act as a seed dispersal agents, and it will disperse the seed. So one tree is there, so fruiting will be there. So if the fruit fall on the grounds, so that the seedling come out from that may not grow under that mother tree. So when the bird eat the fruits, the seed will from the prickle methods and all, it will spread the seed to other places where mother plant is not there. So the plant will nicely survive. So it will grow. So that's where diversity is also increased. So in different part of the forest, diversity of the flora increases. Then another important I want to tell you is that it's involved in pollinations. So like many birds are there, like streak spider hunters, then sunbirds is there, then hummingbirds is there. All that are involved in the pollinations. So that pollinations will again help the tree to bear fruits, and that's where bear fruits, and that's where then again seeds will be there, then seeds will be dispersed by the birds, and diversity will be there. So that this pollination as well as dispersion of the seed is done by other also. I am not saying that bird alone is doing it. So bird is also playing a very, very important roles in pollinations and this seed dispersals. So that is there. Then some other importance like bird, you can use the nest of the bird. Some birds are there called small sweeplet is there. So their nest is made from the solid saliva of the sweep. So that is a very delicacies in Southeast Asian countries as well as in China. So because the soup made out of is considered as very effective for lung issues, then also health benefits is there, lung issues, then kidney issues also. Then people say that this act as aphrodisiacs also. So that's why it can give a good revenue to the peoples. So in particular in Myanmar and south part of India, they are rearing these sweeps. Small sweeplet is there. So this is another important. Then sometimes you can use the feathers also for. You see that the feathers of the bird is very thermal in nature. So it can not a good conductor. So when you use this for pillows and when you use for blanket as a stuffing material, so then it can be act as a very good thermal controlling items. So this are the some of the importance of the bird. So more importance are there, but so if I talk about it, it will go. It will take one day long. So
ओके सर, सो आपका कहना यही है कि जो बर्ड्स का यानी कि चिड़ियों का जो वैल्यू है, इम्पोर्टेंस है या महत्व कहेंगे हम, तो वो कीटों को और कीड़ों को जो हमारे फसल को ख़राब करते हैं उसको नष्ट करने में मददगार होते हैं, और जो बीजों को, जो आवश्यक बीज हैं जो क्रॉप्स में ही सही, पेड़ों में ही या फ्रूट्स के लिए ही सही, उन्हें एक जगह से दूसरी जगह फैलाने में मदद करते हैं और पॉलिनेशन में भी मदद करते हैं बीजों को ही लेकर, और चूहों और कीड़ों को नष्ट करते हैं। तो आपका ये कहना है। तो सर आपने इतना सारे, इसके साथ ही इतने सारा महत्व वैल्यू बता दिया बर्ड्स का होना का, जो हमारे इकोसिस्टम के लिए, हमारे एग्रीकल्चर के लिए, हमारे रहन सहन के लिए, एनवायरनमेंट के लिए जो इम्पोर्टेंस है उसके बारे में बता दिया। तो वैसे काफ़ी हद तक आपने जो इंसेक्ट्स है, कीड़ों का जो ज़रूरत है बर्ड्स के लिए रहने में, उनके सर्वाइवल के लिए, जैसे चिड़ियों को कोई कहीं जगह हम खाने में इस्तेमाल करते ही हैं, लेकिन उनका खाना जो कीड़े ही होते हैं, जो फसलों में वगैरह में जो मिलते हैं उसको, तो उनको खा के ही वो जीवित रहते हैं। या फिर फल तो है ही, पर कीड़े भी काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण हैं उनके लिए, उनके सेवन के लिए। काफ़ी हद तक आपने बता दिया इम्पोर्टेंस के बारे में। तो फैक्टर्स ये भी बताया आपने कि क्या क्या जो है उनको पेस्टिसाइड्स वगैरह हो गया तो इसके तरह से नष्ट हो जाते हैं, और उनके सेवन में जब जाता है तो वो कंज्यूम करते हैं, तो बर्ड्स को भी कई प्रॉब्लम्स का फेस करना पड़ता है, जिससे इकोसिस्टम बिगड़ सकता है। तो इसके अलावा और मैं डिटेल में आपको आपसे डिटेल में जानना चाहूँगी कि हमारे श्रोताओं को बताएं कि आप, जैसे कि एग्रीकल्चर ज़रूरत है अर्बनाइजेशन ज़रूरत है, डेवलपमेंट ज़रूरत है, जिसके कारण कई जगह को साफ़ किया जाता है और कीटनाशकों का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, जिससे कीड़े को नुकसान पहुंचता है और ये खाने में चला जाता है बर्ड्स के लिए, जो कि उनके लिए नुकसानदायक होता है। तो इसमें इसको क्या मेजरमेंट ले, क्या स्टेप्स उठाएं, क्या कदम उठाएं कि इसको मिनिमाइज़ कर सके, ताकि हमारे बर्ड्स भी इंसेक्ट्स भी सही तरीके से सेवन करने लायक रहे बर्ड्स के लिए, इसके बारे में कुछ बताएं।
So there is one problem for this migratory species, that is the destructions, deterioration or degradations of the wintering habitats particularly. So that is happening mostly because of human encroachment due to industrializations, also due to urbanizations, and due to development of land for agriculture. So if you don't kill the bird, even if you destroy the habitats, so bird can tolerate that up to some extent. So if the human beings are friendly to the bird, so bird will be remain there. So insects, we cannot eradicate the insects. All of you know that. So since malaria parasites were discovered, people are trying to spray DDT and or others medicines to kill the mosquitoes, but mosquitoes are still there. So that's why even if you destroy the habitats and all, insect will be always there. So always there, whether it is in the urban area, whether it is in the forest area. So insect will be there. So one thing we have to remember is that even if you destroy or degrade the habitats of the birds, if you don't kill the birds and if you don't hunt the birds, overexploit the birds, then if you are friendly to the birds, then that will be, even if you do industrializations and developing the land for agriculture and urbanization is occurring, still the bird will survive, still the bird will winters. So only thing is that we should not kill the birds and we should be friendly to the birds. So I can give you an example. So when I was in Germany, so I saw mallards bird are coming to the doors of the resident there. Then northern gannets, they were nesting in groups, in colonies, in the edge of the mountain there near the sea. So people are visiting that, people are taking photographs, the people are taking selfie with the colonies of the birds. But birds are not flying away, because they know that these people are friendly to us and these people will not kill us. So that means if you don't kill them, and if the birds know that you are not going to kill them, you are not going to disturb them, and you are not a danger to the birds, so bird will always winter and bird will be always there. But if you kill them and if you disturb them and if you are a danger to the bird, then even in the forest, in a very, very virgin habitats also, the bird will be very, very shy and you will not be able to see that. So if we cannot stop the development, we cannot stop the progress. So the world should progress, the country should progress. So even if progress is there, if we are still friendly to the birds, there will be no problems. So bird will be there, even in the urban areas, even in the village or even in industrial areas. So you may often see this, that vultures are nesting in the building in the Delhi or Mumbai or Rajasthan, in some metropolitan cities like. So why? Because there the people are very friendly to the birds, so they are not disturbing the birds. So that's why they are nesting there within the center of the metropolitan cities. So this will happen. So that's why sustainable means development. Let the development also occur, and let us not kill the bird also. Let the bird also find their own food there, and don't let us not be a danger to the birds. So in this way, birds as well as human progress can go on together. Nowadays, people, in order to yield more for more productions to feed more mouths, so people are in the race to produce more. So in order to do that, to increase the yield, people are using pesticides. So those pesticides may be harmful to the pest, as well as it may cause damage to the bird also. So that's why if we can use some biological pesticides, so many biological pesticides are there. So like, and another is if you use some breeds which will be resistant to the pest, like many are coming up nowadays, so like BT cottons and all, then in that case, so you'll have a good produce as well as you don't need to spray pesticides to them. So that kind of agricultural methods we can adopt in future, so that insect will also be there, then bird will have abundant foods for them also. So this can go together.
अच्छा सर, जैसे आपका कहना यही है कि चिड़ियों के साथ में रहे, चिड़िया आसपास में तो मारे नहीं, और खेती में जब पेस्टिसाइड्स वगैरह इस्तेमाल करें तो बायोलॉजिकल पेस्टिसाइड्स का जितना हो सके इस्तेमाल करें, और या फिर कम से कम इस्तेमाल करें। तो ऐसे करके आप बर्ड्स को, जो माइग्रेटरी बर्ड्स या फिर बर्ड्स ही कहे सिर्फ, तो भी उन्हें बचा सकते हैं, इकोसिस्टम में साथ में रख सकते हैं, रह सकते हैं हम टुगेदर विद द बर्ड्स। सर, डॉक्टर डेनियल मेजर जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। तो हम अपने कार्यक्रम के आखिरी पहलू में पहुंच चुके हैं, तो मैं चाहूँगी कि आप हमारे श्रोताओं को इस वर्ल्ड माइग्रेटरी बर्ड डे 2024 के मौके पर कुछ संदेश दीजिए।
ये संदेश पर्टिकुलरली मैं अपना अरुणाचल के श्रोताओं को देना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि ये चिड़िया अगर अरुणाचल में एबंडन होगा तो हमारे लिए पैदा है। सो सब आपको पता होगा कि एबी टूरिज्म्स करके अभी नया थोड़ा सा नीश टूरिज्म शुरू हो रहा है। सो अरुणाचल में इसका एक बहुत ह्यूज पोटेंशियल है, अभी शुरू हुआ ही नहीं। तो रेवेन्यू तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा कि बहुत ज़्यादा आएगा, लेकिन थोड़ा करके आते रहेगा। जैसे अभी बुगुनुरुम लियो सिगला एक चिड़िया है का नाम है, जो सिर्फ अरुणाचल में मिलता है, और स्केलेटस मोनाल करके लोपोपोरस स्केलेटरिस और स्केलेटरिस अरुणाचलेंसिस, जो अरुणाचलेंसिस सब स्पीशीज़ है, सिर्फ अरुणाचल में एंडेमिक है, दूसरा जगह नहीं मिलता है। ये अभी बुगुनुरुम को या लियो सिगला को देखने के लिए यूरोप से भी आते हैं, और इंडिया का बहुत सा पार्ट से भी आते हैं देखने के लिए। तो वो जब आते हैं तो रुपया के साथ आते हैं, और जो रुपया लाते हैं यहाँ पे स्पेंड करते हैं। तो और स्केलेटर मोनर जो लोपोपोरस स्केलेटरी अरुणाचलेंसिस जो मैंने सब स्पीशीज़ कहा, वो उसका पब्लिसिटी नहीं है, तो उसका कारण से उसमें अभी टूरिज्म इतना डेवलप नहीं हुआ है। फिर भी उसका ऊपर रिसर्च करने वाला अभी भी आते हैं। तो जब रिसर्च करने आते हैं तो यहाँ का लोकल गाइड को, पोर्टर्स को, और रहने का जो होटल है उसमें अपना रुपया खर्चा करते हैं। तो ये इस तरह से अगर आप इसको बर्ड चिड़िया को बचाएगा, प्रोटेक्शन देगा, तो हमारे लिए ही पैदा है। और अरुणाचल एक ऐसा जगह है जहाँ पे बहुत विंटरिंग बर्ड होता है, माइग्रेटरी बर्ड आते हैं एवरी ईयर। तो जैसे ब्लैक नेक क्रेन आते हैं, मालार्ड आते हैं, इसके बाद रेडी सेलग आते हैं, नॉर्दर्न पिंटेल आते हैं। इवन हम लोगों ने अभी देखा है, लेकिन फोटोग्राफ तो नहीं किया है, बेयर पोर्चेस जो क्रिटिकली एंडेंजर है, ये ईस्टर्न एशियन कंट्रीज से आते हैं। तो वो सब अगर यहाँ पे हम लोग उसका जो विंटरिंग साइट है उसको बचा के रखेंगे, तो एक समय ऐसा आएगा कि अरुणाचल में क्योंकि जब चिड़िया को लगेगा कि ये अरुणाचल का इंसान लोग, आदमी लोग चिड़िया के लिए अच्छा है, तो चिड़िया आना शुरू होगा और ज़्यादा आएगा। तब यहाँ पे बर्ड वाचिंग ये सब शुरू कर सकते हैं। तो उसमें फॉरेन फंडिंग भी बहुत होता है और इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का फंडिंग भी बहुत होता है। तो इसमें मैं नहीं बोलूँगा कि इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा रुपए कमाएगा, लेकिन थोड़ा अपना सर्वाइवल के लिए, ज़िंदगी चलाने के लिए बहुत सा रुपया होगा। इसलिए मैं लास्ट में ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि चिड़िया को बचाइए, और हम लोग इससे चिड़िया से बचा के एबी टूरिज्म को अच्छा से डेवलप करें, ताकि हमारा लिवलीहुड एक और लिवलीहुड अरुणाचल में बन जाए। थैंक यू।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ये थे हमारे साथ डॉक्टर डेनियल मीजे जी, हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट जूलॉजी, राजीव गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी रोनो हिल्स टोयमुक, और इन्होंने आज हमें वर्ल्ड माइग्रेटरी बर्ड डे 2024 पर बेहद महत्वपूर्ण बातें साझा की हमारे साथ। तो इसी के साथ ही आज के इस विशेष कार्यक्रम में बस इतना ही। अब मुझे केन्यूम आंगो को आज्ञा दीजिए। नमस्कार।